There comes a time in everyone's life where they must move on from something they love. For the now former Ottumwa Girls basketball coach Joe Vandenberg, that time is now, as he is stepping away from the sidelines and stepping into an administrative role as the Ottumwa High assistant principal.
There was an opening late in the year. I had an opportunity to apply for it, went through the interview process, and I think they're at a good transition point for some of the strengths and things that I can bring to the secondary level at OHS. I'm excited. I already know a lot of the staff, a lot of the students, the administrative team. It was an opportunity that was kind of last minute, and it happened quick.
Many people know Joe Vandenberg as the head coach of the Ottumwa Girls basketball team. Well, now they will get to know Joe Vandenberg, assistant principal. As he steps into an administrative role, he took some time to reminisce on all he'd leave behind.
You know, it's the interactions with the players, you know, just that relationship and that bond that you build with your team. You know, getting to have those kind of inside jokes, right? Those moments in practice that not everybody sees, where they're busting their butt off and they're working hard, and then you get to kind of see it come to fruition in the game. But just the fun and the laughter, I think just being around them day in and day out is probably the thing I'm going to miss the most.
Moments like that led to great trust between player and coach, and great chemistry on the court. Vandenberg finished his Ottumwa career with 68 wins, and a few recent ones hold a special place in his heart.
The game against Ames this year to wrap up that regular season with that big first half. The win against Roosevelt here 2 years ago at home to give us that share of the conference title. Just some of those big games like that really kind of stand out to me.
As important as the game is, Coach Vandenberg knew it wasn't the #1 priority. There was much more he wanted to teach his girls.
There's more to the game than just basketball. There's the game of life, and I think that one of the things that our program really tried to do hard was to really instill that within our girls. And I think one of the things I'm proud of the most is that culture building that we did with our team.
It's that type of leadership that Vandenberg will look to bring into his next role as assistant principal, a position that he always felt could be in his future.
I've always wanted to be an administrator, something that I've always kind of worked towards in my career. I feel like I've put myself in a position in the last 3, 4, 5 years to really kind of take these next steps in my career professionally. And I love the interactions with the families and the students and the staff, and really just doing all I can to build up those around me.
So is that truly the end of his time on the sidelines, or may there be a return in the future?
We'll see what happens. One of the things I talked about with my coaching staff was, for now I'm going to step away, and we'll see what happens. If there's an opportunity down the road, and I feel like that I can commit myself fully to it, then I would consider it.
Whether the return happens or not, Vandenberg left his imprint on the Ottumwa basketball program, and whoever his successor will be will have some pretty big shoes to fill.
I just want people to realize that Ottumwa Girls basketball is in a good place right now. Coach Patterson left me in good hands, and I appreciated all he did for the program, and I felt like, we didn't let the program slide, right? We built it, we kept it where it was, if not got better, and I feel like we're going to keep turning that legacy over to whoever's next, and I'm proud of that.
While the Vandenberg way will be missed on the sidelines, it will be welcomed with enthusiasm in the hallways as he continues to shape young lives with the same passion that defined his coaching career. Reporting from Ottumwa, I'm AJ Johnson.